Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take it beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a hanged man. Okay, that's very interesting. To me, that's kind of like, don't jump to any conclusions, right? Don't react impulsively. Just wait and see how the situation develops, okay? Now, we're going to put this into some context. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. It might be a business matter. There's the 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 3 of Cups, and more Earth energy. The Prince of Pentacles, the Lover's card, 2 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 6 of Cups, very nice, and a 3 of Pentacles. So we've got a lot of good energy here. This is this is very, very nice. I think that I think that you have this opportunity now to utilize this kind of resource. I feel like we are right on the cusp of a very big financial settlement, a financial win, something really taking off and becoming successful. But we have to try to be patient. We have to try to hold off on what might be this 5 of Wands energy of forcing something. It's kind of like if you ask one more time, it's going to say no. You know, we've got to hold ourselves back. We've got to restrain this energy. We want to take over, take control. We want to do it, but we have to wait, right? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We'll just shuffle it up pretty well here. And this card's going to go right here. We're going to put Mr. Tao, the yin-yang duck, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, all right? But it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during the show you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition, okay? All right, let's take a look around the room here, because what I'm seeing right away is the Hanged Man and the Lover's card. Okay, those are the only 2 major arcana energies that we have. And to me, what that's really saying is that if we want this union, if we want this thing to work, if we want this thing to come together, we've got to suspend our kind of natural impulse. And I think your natural impulse is to kind of to do it yourself. Right? And this is something that we're not able to do ourselves. We have to wait for this energy to do what it's going to do. Okay? It's kind of a wait and see. This is focusing on your internal environment rather than making any external moves, right? It's not doing nothing, but it's just focusing on, well, I think containing this 5 of Wands more than anything. So we've got our 2 major arcana cards. We have our 2 fire cards. Got a lot of water here. This is a situation that is really going to improve your life. It's going to feel really, really good, right? We don't have any air energy, and that, I think, is very important. We don't have the air energy, which means you're not meant to interfere. You don't have to ask again. You don't have to make the phone call. You don't have to remind anyone of anything. Just let it happen, okay? Now, it feels to me like it's a financial thing, but it could be anything else. It could be a spiritual thing. It could be a romantic thing even, right? It could be that you're proposing to someone or that you're proposing something. right? It could be that you have offered a proposal, business proposal, marriage proposal, anything like that. That you've already done the work, you've already made the announcement, you've already put the information out there. You're just now waiting for that decision to kind of be made, right? But we do have the earth energy here in these really great places here, right? And it's interesting that we've got 1, 2, 3 earth cards, and we've got 1, 2, 3 water cards. What we have at the bottom is the fire, right? We've got the fire energy that feels to me like we need to kind of get this under control in order to have this kind of perfect union that we're looking for. All right. I feel now some details coming through. I think there's an M name person in your life that's connected to this. I feel like there is a male energy that is a peer or a contemporary to you. So it could be a partner, a spouse, business partner, friend, colleague, cousin, someone that is similar age, right? And I don't see it's somebody older or somebody a lot younger, but right around the same age. There is that M name person. I feel like there's also someone in your family, like they didn't start talking right away, that they had kind of a delayed speech or something like that. Sometimes these details come through just to confirm and validate the energy that we're in, and maybe to offer some synchronicities for some of you out there, okay? So take them if they resonate. If not, they're meant for someone else. Let's talk about the Hanged Man, okay? Hanged Man here. We're not doing nothing, but we're also not interfering. We're not making any external moves. We are kind of accepting things as they come. It's almost like you've done everything that you could do, right? And now it's just kind of waiting for the reaction from the world, from the universe, from that other person, from whatever the energy is that you've put forth, okay? I also feel that there is a spirits telling me to mention the blood sugar. Either you or someone in your family needs to check their blood sugar more often or something like that. Like they're not doing a very good job keeping up with it, And so that, again, one of those details. I don't know if it's you or someone else, in your family, a loved one that just kind of needs to be reminded to check more often. Okay. Anyway, the Three of Pentacles, or the Three of let's do the Three of Cups first. Three of Pentacles will come later. The Three of Cups, I think, is this. It's kind of a family thing that's going on. I feel like there is now, even if this is a business thing, I feel like there's some sort of family connection, and the Three of Cups is letting me know that this is something that you're all very excited about. I kind of feel like this is you. This is you already like spending the money in your head. This is you already kind of celebrating in the future. Like, in some ways, we're counting the chickens already, right? That's okay. I think it's going to it's going to come to fruition. This is going to work out in your favor, and maybe this is kind of part of how you're dealing with this. The interim, the kind of intermediate period where you're just waiting, right? Where you've done everything that you can, but it's not time for you to do anything else. We're in the middle now, where we're waiting for the reaction, for the response. We're waiting for the decision to come back about something, perhaps. So in some ways, we're already kind of in our imagination feeling how good this is going to feel, I think that we're kind of like, we're daydreaming about it. We're maybe talking to our friends and family about it, like, how good is this going to be, right? Like, what are we going to, how are we going to spend this money? How are we going to spend this time? What should the celebratory meal taste like? We're already kind of doing that sort of thing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I feel like it kind of causes a little bit of anxiety. So here now we've got the Five of Wands underneath everything, and this is advising some restraint. Okay, this is trying to discipline and restrain this fire energy. See, this is Saturn in Leo, and this is talking about the need to get involved, right? The need to have your hand in something, we have to hold back. Okay, and this, I think, is it's getting harder and harder to do that because of the Prince of Pentacles at the top here. And because this is kind of, you're already building these castles, you're already constructing the reality. And you know that, come on, this has to hurry up because I have so many plans, right? You're already you've already spent the money, you've already made the plans, you've already counted the chickens. But this is something that you, I think, have wanted for a long time, something that is going to require a lot more work after this decision is made. So whether you're building a business, building a family, building a house, whatever it's going to be, there's a lot more to do after this, right? And now, if we think of this as a business proposal or a marriage proposal or something that you're hoping gets accepted, right, so that that you can come together with this and make it happen, the acceptance of this proposal is really just the beginning of the work, right? That it's from that point on that you're going to have to really start with the work, the creation. Now, you understand the process of creation on the physical plane. We've got that Three of Pentacles there at the end. But what does the Nine of Pentacles mean? Well, this is this is kind of like you're waiting for the licensing from the government. Once you get that license, you can start making money, right? Waiting for the business license, the liquor license, the food service license, or the license to build, right? The permission from the state or the government or whatever, the administration to start this work. And so this is now what you're waiting for. You're waiting for things to get started so you can see the income coming in. You can see the benefits rolling in. This is the Nine of Pentacles. It's the visible sign of progress. You're ready to start doing the work and reaping the rewards, right? And this is kind of what we're waiting for. We're waiting for whatever that red tape is or whatever the official, and it's kind of with this Lover's card. It's almost like we're waiting for that official ceremony to say, now you can start, right? And then we're going to be raking it in. So I feel like it might be even something to do with food service or some kind of opening up a store or a restaurant or like a hotel or something. I'm kind of getting this vibe that the sooner you can open the doors, the sooner we can bring people in and really start making this happen. Yeah. And it could be, we could still be talking about something romantic, about, the marriage proposal, once the kind of plans are accepted and finalized or the permission is granted or whatever, that now it's time now we can bring everybody together and we can start celebrating, we can start doing this, we can start enjoying, the activities associated with this, okay? Whether it's business or romance, personal, professional, doesn't really matter. Just take it how it applies to your situation, okay? Now, I am getting this. I'm getting a feeling of the food service thing. I can't leave that one alone. I feel like somebody in your family is involved in food service because I keep getting kind of directed down to the stomach, to diet. We had that detail about the blood sugar. I feel like there's something to do with food or something to do with consumption, of food and drink and stuff, and it may be talking about the celebration attached to this or the ceremony attached to this, if it is something that is kind of more personal than professional. So I don't know where that is going just yet, but I say we go to the path of the serpent now. And as I do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything, right? Leave some comments for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. All right. Two of Wands now in the position of your general energy. You are usually the one that makes the decisions, right? You're usually the one that that is responsible for things. The Two of Wands says that you're the decider, that you're the one that says yes or no, right? That the ultimate kind of the buck stops with you. That it's things are usually your call, not in this case. So we have this natural fire energy, this natural ambition, this kind of this readiness to always be taking care of business. But now it's not for you to do. Now that Hanged Man is central focus. It's the very first card. It's right in the middle, right? And that goes against everything you feel in your bones. Like, no, you feel like there's something you could be doing. There's something that you could be working on, or a phone call you could make, a letter that you could write, or, but what's being shown is the inner work, right? That it is you immersing yourself into your own spirit. Reconnect with your spiritual energy, okay? Reconnect with the meaning and purpose behind all of this, because we feel a lot of ambition, feel a lot of this kind of, a lot of fire and earth, but let's connect with the water. Yeah, and the Hanged Man is also that water energy. Let's connect with the water. Let's remember why we want this, who we want it for, who was involved in this with you. And there's some connection with snakes too. I don't know if you have in your family, did you have a snake as a pet? Or I feel like it was maybe your father's brother that had snakes when you were growing up. Like, I just see in a room of their house, they kind of had a few enclosures with some rather large snakes in there. It's almost an intimidating vision, but it might be resonating with you. That might be something. Again, these details come in to validate the energy that we're in and to offer synchronicities for some of you, okay? Excuse me. But I do feel like it was an older male energy to you. I'm thinking father's brother that maybe was raising snakes, large pythons or something. But maybe that's also a clue as to what's going on here. Is there something with animals? Is this maybe the food service? Maybe it's more of a farm kind of thing that's going on with this energy. Maybe it's something then connected with land, with zoning, or with the acquisition of property or some kind of real estate, okay? Let's talk about the Four of Cups. This is really the idea of creating a home. So now it's reinforcing that idea of there's something to do with property or something to do with like a farm or like a family house, because I feel like this is the comforts of home, and it's something that is kind of meant to be a familiar place. So again, it could be like maybe a farm-to-table kind of restaurant. It could be something to do with hospitality. It could be like a bed and breakfast. It could be a hotel. But something there where it's meant to be a comfortable, safe place for people to gather. Yeah? And I feel like that's kind of what you're working on creating because of this Four of Cups that we've got right here. Now, the Six of Cups here. To me, this is counting the chickens before they hatch, right? And this is the obstacle, because this is the Three of Cups. Now you're already, to me, feeling the feelings that we're waiting for. We're already spending the money, right? Counting the chickens. And this, to me, because it's a reflection of the Three of Cups, right? Now the Three of Cups, now we've put all of our eggs in that basket. Now that it's kind of like we're already living as if this has happened. And I think that this is the obstacle for you, because this is the dream that we want so badly, but there's still a lot of work to make it happen, okay? So this is not necessarily the energy we don't want, but this is kind of the difficult thing, because we have this vision. We know exactly what we want this to be, how we want it to feel. We have that dream, right? And we just know that this has to be accepted, permitted, issued, granted, whatever this is, and then the real work can begin. We've got the Three of Pentacles at the end, and this is understanding the process of creation on the physical plane. So you understand how much more labor and devotion and time and energy, and then once we get to that point, then you can put all your fire energy into it. It's going to be needed. Right now, you might as well rest up, because it's going to be a lot of work after this is granted. But you have this dream, and don't lose that dream, right? But the difficult thing is for you to then kind of know that this is still in the future and that we're still working toward that, right? Is this something that you want kind of right now? And it's kind of like we're in this Hanged Man position where we know that even after the decision is made, or the proposal is accepted or whatever, we know that that is really just the beginning. Yeah, that it feels like it's just the beginning. Let's look at the mystery card now. Let's see how this might tie everything together. Since we've got the 3 earth cards, we've got the 3 water cards, maybe this needs to be some fire. Maybe we need a 3rd fire card, right? And since we have the 3 cups and the 3 pentacles, I feel like this is really something that has an intense meaning for you, something maybe that you've been dreaming about for your entire life, something that feels like this is your destiny. It feels like this is your purpose. And I feel, since we have the association with the number 3, that this is something that's kind of ordained by the universe, something that is meant for you, right? But I think maybe we're just kind of concerned about the time frame here. We want it to happen in 3 weeks. Maybe it's going to be more like 3 months. But let's see about this mystery card. I'm thinking fire energy. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, 2 of Wands. Perfect. It's a emphasis on this one. So now we've got our 3. And we can move these out of the way. We've got our 3, we've got our, well, let's put the earth up top, and let's put the water right in the middle. So we've got 3 fire, 3 water, 3 earth. And it's because you have this dream, because you have this commitment, this purpose, this sense of destiny, that really inspires you to have this intense ambition, this intense will to action, right? And what we talk about on this channel so often is fire and earth. This is, well, maybe for illustrative purposes, maybe we should do it this way. Because fire is heaven, it is above, it is the will, it is the impulse, it is the ambition, it is the inspiration, it is what's above, and the earth is what's below. Creation, implementation, behavior, action, the results, right? Fire to earth, that's the process of creation. This is the kind of spiritual circuit board. It goes from fire to earth. Well, what gets in the way of that? Well, in this case, the water energy. Sometimes the water energy, our values, our feelings, right, our dreams, our desires, kind of get in the way of that process of creation from fire to earth. But in this case, I feel like your water energy is acting as the perfect conductor, right? Water is very, very conductive of electricity, right? But this is conductive in the perfect way that it is allowing your will, your plans, your spiritual energy, your impulse, your will to manifest in your life, okay? And that is because you're doing it for all the right reasons. Your heart is full. Your heart is harmonious. Your heart is all in this. We don't have the air energy, so your mind is not interfering. It's not offering any resistance in this circuit board, right? It's not acting as a resistor. The doubts, the confusion, no, none of that's here. What we have is this water, which is perfectly conducting this spiritual energy to the earth plane. So I think our mystery card, the 2 of Wands, is the perfect kind of missing piece to our circuit board here. And I think this is really going to happen for you, and I'm very excited for you. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link that's either above in the corner here or down below in the video description. New readings for Aquarius are usually on Mondays and Thursdays. This is a bonus reading just for you. But I'm here every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Come back, see me again tomorrow. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything at all. Leave a comment for me. Let me know how you're feeling. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.